Good afternoon, everyone. In today's video, we are looking at a very active period of severe weather ahead, including a possible tornado outbreak tomorrow and also more severe weather ahead for early this week. Here's today's severe thunderstorm outlook, and we do have an enhanced risk for severe thunderstorms today across portions of the western Texas area and the Panhandle. The orange is going to be the enhanced region, so a level 3 out of 5 on the severe weather scale. All right, this is the kind of the mid-level range that we do get on the severe weather scale, so it's a pretty escalated severe weather that is going to be expected for today. Now we also have a yellow risk, which is a slight risk for severe thunderstorms throughout today. Again, this is being recorded on Sunday. So for Sunday's severe weather threat, if you're watching this tomorrow, we'll show off tomorrow's threat as well. So you will have another escalated risk in the yellow risk for severe weather. Even in the Mid-Atlantic, you could have some severe weather possible over there as well. Now look at the dark green risk. We have a very widespread dark green areas as well. It's isolated severe risks here for severe weather in the dark green. Now here is the tornado risk, and as you can see, we do have a 5% chance for tornadoes and a very large area of a 5% chance. That's in the brown. So definitely be weather aware today. If you do live in the brown, there is definitely going to be some tornadoes possible within some storms in that type of region. And also don't forget the green areas. There will also be another 2% risk for tornadoes in the green shaded area. So if you live in any of those counties that are in a green shading, you will have also a risk for tornadoes, but a smaller risk than the brown. We do have a very large hail threat for today as well. We do have a significant chance here, a 30% chance for upwards of softball sized hail for today in kind of the red and also the hatched region, which is also including portions of the yellow. If you're in the hatched region, that's where you can see upwards of over 2-inch plus sized hail. So definitely take note of that. You can see some definite damaging hail today in that type of area. Lastly, here's the wind risk. We do have a 15% chance here for 60-mile-per-hour winds in both the yellow areas here across the south and the mid-Atlantic. So we're getting some damaging storms, especially across the south today. So definitely be weather aware today, and make sure you do keep track of warnings and watches. There are I definitely think there may be a tornado watch, but they may also issue a severe thunderstorm watch. It really depends on what the Storm Prediction Center wants to do with this. I think severe thunderstorm watch may be the right way to go, since there is going to be a bigger hail chance than tornadoes. But as I'm making this video, they did issue a severe thunderstorm watch for around the southwestern Texas, and they might issue a tornado watch for the northern kind of Panhandle, but it will depend. Now here's tomorrow's outlook, which we do have a much bigger tornado risk on this tomorrow. As you can see, we have a large enhanced risk for severe weather here from Oklahoma into Kansas and then Missouri in the orange. That's once again a level 3 out of 5 on the severe weather scale, and this is for both tornadoes and hail. So very damaging storms for tomorrow as well. As again, stay very weather aware. It's going to be Monday, so we're starting to start off the week, and we're already starting it off here with some possible major severe weather and possibly a tornado outbreak. Let's look at the tornado risk with this. And as you can see, we have a significant chance for tornadoes. That means EF2 to EF5 tornadoes is possible here in the kind of yellowish. So that's a 10% risk of tornadoes, but there's also a hatched risk like we saw with today's hail risk. That means that you could see upwards of EF2 to EF5 tornadoes possible. Again, stay weather aware. If you do live in the green or brown areas, you still will have chances for tornadoes there within some storms within the green and the browns, but stay super weather aware if you do live in the 10% chance region for tornadoes. Here's the hail risk. We have another big hail risk for tomorrow. We do have a 30% hatched risk, so you're talking over 2-inch plus size hail will be possible in some storms here from Kansas into Oklahoma. And then as we look at the wind risk here, we do have mainly a 30% chance here for upwards of 70-mile-per-hour winds here in the red chance. and then 15% chances for 60-mile-per-hour winds. So all hazards there will be possible for tomorrow. So definitely stay super weather aware tomorrow, as it could be definitely a dangerous day. We will have a chance for severe weather here across portions of the Ohio Valley again. On Tuesday, you do have a slight risk for severe weather there across Kentucky, Indiana, and also Tennessee is going to be in a slight risk for severe weather. So just heads up there, you could definitely see some severe storms and possibly some damaging severe storms if there's enough energy and ingredients up there to produce winds and large hail. As we head into Wednesday, things get really interesting as we have another enhanced region here for severe weather on Wednesday in Oklahoma. So Oklahoma is just going to be getting severe weather back to back, and maybe a day break, but as you head into Wednesday, once again, you will see again another big risk for severe weather we're going to be watching as well. So again, keep that in mind. As we get closer to Wednesday, we'll have more details on that. For now, we're going to be focusing on tomorrow's severe weather, but as well as we have more severe weather also expected a little more east for Thursday. Pretty much the whole week is going to be just filled to the brim with severe weather. And as you can see, this again heads eastward into Arkansas, Missouri, Texas, Louisiana. We'll also have another chance for severe weather on Thursday. So we're going to be keeping an eye on all of these risks and trying to keep you guys updated. Let's look at the severe weather expected for today. And we're going to go ahead and look at the future radar here. And as you can see, we are going to be seeing some cells here popping up about 3 p.m. in portions of southwestern Texas, as well as down here near the border of Texas and Mexico. So we could also see some more storms popping up in southern Texas. As you head throughout the afternoon and evening here, you do get more storms popping up throughout the afternoon as you head to 5 p.m. across portions of the general kind of western Texas areas. You do have some stronger cells in there, producing some likely large hail and possibly a chance for tornadoes. And then as you head to 6 p.m., you will have some more storms pop up in the panhandle there, again with tornadoes and hail. And then you head into around 7 p.m. or so, and this is some of these areas could be in Mountain Daylight Time. I think most of them are going to be in New Mexico, however. But then you head to around 8 p.m. You definitely see a lot of strong storms in the panhandle here. Still some really strong storms down here, and maybe even a cell or two popping off over here towards the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I would keep an eye on that, as that may be tornadic as it heads towards the Dallas area this evening. Now, as you head to 9 p.m., those storms are still looking very strong here, and then they should be weakening, especially these cells over here. They should be weakening by 10 p.m. But these cells up here are definitely still looking very strong by 10 p.m. or so, and especially in the Del Rio area, that could definitely carry some very large hail down there in the late evening hours. Now, as you head to the overnight hours, you reach 12 a.m. These storms generally will look a lot weaker, but you may still see some stronger cells down there near the border of Oklahoma and Texas by 12 a.m. or so. And then as you head towards kind of just west of Dallas, still some very strong storms around the area, and still Del Rio is looking again a very strong cell, already showing some very large hail possibly over there in that type of region there. Now, as you head to 2 a.m., looks like those stronger storms now move into around the Oklahoma City area. Again, very strong cell still ongoing there in southern Texas. And then you headed to around 3 a.m. or so. Again, very strong storms. They're just not stopping here in Oklahoma. And that's where you can likely see some very heavy rainfall, a lot of lightning. And I want to see a big hail threat for the overnight hours. But definitely some small hail could be possible throughout the overnight hours. Now, as you headed to the morning hours, so for around 6 a.m. on Monday, still these storms are still ongoing. They're just feeding off of all that moisture and energy in Oklahoma and Arkansas. And that's going to be headed into Missouri shortly, as you headed to around 8 a.m. or so on Monday. In Arkansas, Little Rock, to definitely see some very strong storms here for around 9 a.m. That'll definitely be a stormy morning there for the Little Rock area. Now, as you headed to around lunchtime, most of those should be rain showers, very strong rain showers. There's still some thunderstorms there. And then as you head towards Memphis, still some very strong storms, possibly by lunchtime of Monday, headed into that type of area there. And then as we headed to the severe risk for Monday, which we could possibly see a regional tornado outbreak here in Kansas and Oklahoma. Let's move forward, and looks like we are going to see some cells firing off there in Kansas by 2 p.m. or so on Monday. We could switch regions here where we are looking at the central U.S., so Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Texas also. Let's go ahead and go towards Monday around 2 p.m. We are starting to see some definitely tornadic looking supercells popping up there in Kansas. And then as we headed to around 4 p.m. or so, looks like there's not many cells popping up here in Oklahoma City, because there may be cap in the region according to the HRRR model, especially down here in Oklahoma. It just really may depend on if these cells can break the cap down here and around the Oklahoma City area. However, let's go forward even more. This is going to be around 6 p.m. and as you can see, very strong storms still ongoing, and a lot of these could be tornadic for Monday. It's going to be 6 p.m. once again, and as we head to around 7 p.m., we start to see some cells popping up there finally in northern Oklahoma. Now, by this time, the cold front is going to be moving in, so these cells are going to be much more linear type, heading into just to the northeast of Oklahoma City. So you're talking about Tulsa. Could definitely see some very strong storms with definitely very damaging wind threat heading into, again, the northeast Oklahoma. Tulsa is going to definitely see some very damaging storms headed into the area pretty late evening hours. And this extends a little bit further south, but these cells look to be weakening very quickly as they develop. Now look at this, as you head throughout Springfield, Missouri, we do have kind of a bow echo, which means some very strong straight line winds likely happening within that line of severe thunderstorms. That's also going to be headed southeastward into Arkansas and still a little bit of southern Missouri there. And then as you head through the overnight hours, it's going to be 12 a.m. and definitely some very strong straight line winds are going to be likely with this in southern Missouri and into northern Arkansas. Fort Dodge could definitely see some strong winds and rainfall down there in Arkansas. Fort Smith could definitely see some strong winds and again, straight, very strong, very heavy rainfall down there around the border of Arkansas and Oklahoma there. Now, as we head forward, this should be weakening. This line should be weakening a lot as you headed to by 6 a.m. And that should be mainly thunderstorms and rainfall and not really many severe storms as you head past 12 a.m. We will have more details on Wednesdays and Thursdays severe weather as we head closer to those events. But for now, this is going to be the end of this video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new and turn on post notifications so you won't miss a single update or live stream on this very active period of severe weather outbreaks, as well as make sure to share this video with any friends or family who may want the latest details for today's severe weather and tomorrow's, again, possible tornado outbreak. But as always, stay safe.